What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a short show. It has been a minute since we have been in this chair. Um, Let me just get this out of the way. I don't know what the audio is going to sound like. Basically, I'm in the middle of moving. I don't know if you can see all the stuff that's over here. That's all of my things. So the audio may suck because normally you can't see this, but behind this there are scarves that I use to do some noise cancellation, I suppose, so it's not as echoey. So to me, it sounds super echoey, but I don't know about you guys. But that's not what you're here for. That's not what you're here for. I really want to talk about this last weekend, and but there was a lot. And I want to talk about first this race in Louisville. Racing Louisville took on Detroit City twice. One was a 0-0 draw, and the other one ended up being a nice win for Racing. I think it was a 2-1 win. And there was a little bit of controversy here, not necessarily in the match itself, but the fact that there was not any sort of stream, right? So, and I'm kind of with the Detroit City fans on this one. I think that, if you're going to be around in the W League, hey, you got to have some kind of stream up. I would have loved to have been able to watch this match. I just saw score lines, so it'd be really nice to be able to go back and watch it because y'all have learned at this point, I have no life. So anyway, I move on. Let's talk a little bit of League Two, just a little bit. Our good friends with Christos FC go on and do the dang thing. We heard a lot about them going from I think they were in NPSL before they came into League Two, and they have come in and just gone complete smash mouth on League Two. This is a team that is looking really good. I'm hearing really good things about them. They won their last game down a man, which was pretty cool to see. And this last match, they just went full gangbusters. This is a team to watch out for. But if there's going to be any team that you have anything circled on, it has to be this Des Moines Menace team, right? Des Moines Menace, they're your back-to-back defending League Two champions right now. And Menace, they have been a menace. And if you have not seen it, holy banger they had in this match. I don't remember the name off the top of my head, but it was a corner kick. They try to clear it away. Guy in the box goes full scissor kick and just, it hits the top of the net, which as far as away as he was from it, it's pretty dang impressive. Ridiculous strike. Yeah, that one got picked up by SportsCenter, by all sorts of medias, and well-deserved because it was crazy. And kind of speaking of, I suppose, the menace, let's talk about, Des Moines Menace legend, Corey Hertzog. Oh, man, that joke's not going to get old for me. It's probably old to a lot of people, but not me. I'm invested in this one. Hartford Athletic end up going out and getting another result against Red Bulls. And granted, Red Bulls are looking bad this year. Far cry from the days that Baby Bulls were the team, right? But they go out and they get a 3-2 win after Corey Hertzog gets a goal in the 90th minute, plus 3 minutes of stoppage. It was a good goal, but Corey Hertzog, especially after he came along, and we saw with another one of their recent signings as well, that they have really brought in guys now who just don't quit. And that was something that we've seen a lot of before with this team, is that they went down and they just kind of stopped. That was nice to see. It was nice to see them keep fighting. Was it against Baby Bulls? Yeah. But 3 points are 3 points, right? They're just, what are they? 5 points behind Legion in ninth place. Wow, that hurt to say. Anyway, there were a lot of really fun results though, And I do think it's about time to go ahead and talk about it. The Tampa Bay Rowdies go on to beat Phoenix Rising 5-1. Wow. I posted something from the USL show account kind of saying who could have expected this. This was really unexpected. This was really unexpected. And a lot of people that were like, "Whoa, hey, if you've been watching the West, this was not a shocker." It had nothing to me to do with the West, right? Or like Phoenix themselves. I didn't believe in Tampa Bay to get a 5-1 win. Beginning of this year, maybe, but right now, no. I definitely did not see that. I did not see that coming out of this team. I saw, Tampa Bay had just kind of fallen down. They're still a great team, don't get me wrong, but 5-1 against Phoenix was not on the cards for me. And for a lot of people, they're like, well, have you been watching it? Have you been watching this Phoenix team at all? Yeah, a lot, actually. And I felt like Phoenix was not great, but 5-1, and I know what you're saying. Hey, there were two own goals there. Yeah, but even then, that's still a 3-1 win, which I would consider that to be incredibly shocking. Incredibly shocking, right? And I want to go ahead, pat myself on the back. Good job, Kaler. Listen here. I said at the beginning of the year, Jake LaCava was going to become Tampa Bay's most important player. And I was right. I was so right. Hey, Jake, if you're out there, I want everybody to know that I was right. And that's all that matters. Don't look at my prediction score. That's we don't talk about that. But I really thought that this match, it was just all one way and more than just what you think. I mean, you see the possession stats, but seeing Tampa Bay hold on to the ball for 62% of the time, that's kind of wild. I mean, Phoenix has, I guess they kind of possess the ball, but they're very fast. They're really efficient at counterattacking, but it's been a minute since I've seen Phoenix get manhandled like this. So this was really, really interesting to watch. Moving on, because we don't have a whole lot of time to talk. Colorado Switchbacks versus the San Diego Loyal got canceled due to COVID. So that was another marquee match that we, had to scrap. Rio Grande ended up being Monterey Bay 1-2 or 2-1. They beat them 2-1. Oh, wow. Semantics, am I right? I not really a whole lot to say about this. Rio Grande is a better team than Monterey Bay, but good for Roberts getting another goal. Hugh Roberts getting another goal, which is nice. Hey, good for you. I do think now I watched a little bit of this match, but was someone can correct me in the comments or something. Monterey Bay's keeper was hurt and Dallas J had to come in. Is that right? At the end of the first. That's kind of wild. I don't remember seeing it. I've ended up watching this match from the second half on, so I thought Dallas J just started. So that was a big shock for me. Indy 11 get area coded. I once again got this one wrong because I decided to believe in Coach Lowry and this Indy team. And why did I do that? This Memphis 901 team is legit. They are really good. And if you're not following them, you need to start because this is a real team, y'all. Memphis 901. I said at the beginning of the year that they were going to be legit. I really believe in the talent they brought in. And more importantly, I was really glad that they got rid of some of the locker room issues that there were in the past. And since then, this 901 team has been legit. And this is another one of my I told you so's, which that one hurt. That one hurts a little bit too. Moving on. Detroit City beats Loudoun because who hasn't? I'm not going to pat the Detroit City. I'm not going to pat you guys on the back for that. You beat Loudoun. Look, even Legion beat Loudoun. That's bare minimum, I suppose. I don't know. Anyway, I mean, it was fine. It was a good game for Detroit City. They really came out. I mean, what's his name? I can't think of its name. Maxi Rodriguez. I had it off the top of my head. Yo, what's up, Andy? We were just about to get to this match after Detroit City, but yeah, I Maxi Rodriguez proving once again that he is incredible. The fact that Detroit City let in 2 goals is a little bit concerning, both in the second half. One at the very end of the match, you can kind of say whatever, just kind of scrap time. But it's a little bit concerning that you let in 2 goals against Loudon. But hey, a win's a win's a win's a wins, right? But let's go on to the match that I really, really, really want to talk about, and that is Orange County versus Tulsa. Now, I said this before that, hey, Tulsa admin, hi. You saw my tweet at 7:30 in the morning. What's going on? Guys, I would love, and I might get Ryan on this. I want to know what their record is since when they decided to come out and have that little poke tweet at us being like, "Oh, we kept the receipts, we kept the receipts," because as you saw, so do we. Wow, that was a bad match. That was really, really bad. Yo, what's going on, Harry? What's going on, Robert? How are you guys doing? Hope it's good to see the chat going. It's good to see you guys rolling. But I understand that Tulsa went down a man. And if you are just looking at the box score, it's like, they were down a man. 5-1 happens. They're already down 3-0 to this point. Look, I'm just saying, Tulsa admin, you asked for the smoke, you're getting the smoke. And this was generally a good match for Orange County. Looking ahead at Orange County's schedule, I mean, I think you have to say you're looking pretty good. I mean, this El Paso match, depending on which El Paso team comes in to Orange County, hey, that could be another dub right there. 2 United, I mean, come on. We kind of know how that one's going to go. Oakland Roots, we kind of know how that one's going to go. New Mexico United, I mean, they finally get their first win in a long, long time against the Charleston Battery, which is not a good team. But yeah, I see if in all reality, there is a real world that we're living in. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight wins are possible for this Orange County side. El Paso might be the El Paso might be the biggest question mark. Maybe New Mexico, depending on which El Paso New Mexico teams show up. I don't know. The West is way better except for Phoenix. Kind of going to Robert's comment here. Maybe I don't know. See, here's where I'm kind of stuck, right? Is that if you want to look at the table, I mean, you do see Phoenix sitting in 4th, right? Meanwhile, Tampa Bay sitting in 5th. I guess you can look at that and say, well, those are 2 evenly matched teams, but one of them end up not an equal result. I mean, you're saying that Phoenix is not better, but they're sitting in 4th right now, and it's for a reason. I don't know. I think that the West is a deeper what do they call it? Deeper conference, but I don't know if it's necessarily better. Pittsburgh did beat El Paso, and I don't know. This is a weird thing, and we're not going to be able to tell for a little bit anyway. The bottom of the East is incredibly soft. I am with you there. But in that same vein, I also think that if Monterey Bay was in the East, I don't think they would have. What do they have? Do they have 6 points? I don't think they would have that many, to be completely honest here. I think the only reason that they were able to get these points is because they have their win against Lights and they had their win against the Roots, which maybe they could have gotten that win against Red Bulls, maybe Loudon, maybe Hartford, but I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell, though. That's a lot of meh. Loudon has 7 points. Yeah, you're right. But I mean, what I'm saying here is that I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell at this point. I don't think that Monterey Bay, if they were, I don't have to watch more film on it. Sorry, Monterey Bay admins and players. I just gave them a lot of love, though. I just love them. I just gave them a lot of love. But I do want to get to Harry's comment, and this is one that I've seen popping up a lot. Which club should make a change at manager? Legion, FC Tulsa, or other? Look, this is not. I don't want this to become the Legion pod, right? It's really easy for me to do so. This is a team that I know pretty well, so it's easy for me to make a Legion pod. That said, I don't think Sohn. Wait, any wonder why it looks like he's in? Jesus. I don't think Sohn should be out. I think we're still seeing a lot of tinkering. I think a lot of Legion fans may be feeling a little bit rough. Now, FC Tulsa is an interesting one, right? Because we're seeing a lot of content creators out of Tulsa just straight up saying it. Hey, coach out. We want the coach out. We want the coach out. We want the coach out. And you don't tend to see that with content creators. And here's the thing. And this is something to be kind of wary of. And of most content creators want to come out and say, hey, here's our opinions on the matter. We want to be as unbiased as possible. But there is a point where, as content creators who don't make money, right, which is most of us, we're not making any money from this. They want to keep as good of a relationship with the club as possible. They want to be able to get access. They want to be able to talk to clubs, talk to coaches, talk to players. And the moment people start coming out and say, coach out, this person out, owner out, out, right? That could cause a rift that maybe players or coaches, especially ownership, doesn't want to come onto their shows or give them access. Considering the fact that FC Tulsa content creators and SG members are firmly coming out and saying we want our coach out, I think that's something to pay attention to. I think that is, once you start seeing the content creators saying this person out, it means one of two things. Now, I'm not trying to say anything about him as a person. I don't know. But it's either they're doing poor as a coach or they're a poor culture person. And again, that's not really a comment about him, more or less a comment about just in general. Harry, thank you. Hey, you have a good night too, man. Thank you. Yeah, I am on the UWS Weekly Show now, which has been really cool. I've been following UWS for a while. And if you've been watching me do USL W League stuff, I'm really into women's soccer. I love this stuff. It is just so much fun to watch to me. And so anytime I can get involved with something like that, I'm going to. But is there any, just wondering, because I'm trying to look through any of these results, and obviously they've been different. They had the Tuscaloosa men's championships. You're right. Hey, listen, until people start coming out here and winning Golden Glove for the Tuscaloosa men's championships and the adult league, I don't want to hear it. They're not as good as I am. It's just facts. Sorry. Could they do it on a drizzling Tuesday night in Tuscaloosa, Alabama? I doubt it. But hey, not everybody can be me. That's just, that sounds so much more arrogant than I actually am. I just want to know. We have some people in the chat. I kind of want to know, what were your thoughts on the weekend? We can talk about this Louisville City losing to Los Dos, and this is one of those matches that obviously shouldn't happen. But if you look at this Louisville side, this was a clearly extremely rotated team. I mean, painfully rotated. And so a lot of people are really hanging their hats on, hey, look, we're bad team beat good team, right? But this is a squad of Louisville City that, what do they have? It's about 30 players on their roster. And some of these guys just got their first and only start of the season. um, I don't like being that guy and saying that they're trash. But I do think that I think you need to look at some of the roster has to play as well. It is tough to play for moms and dads. I mean, if you've ever been to a little league baseball game, moms and dads are ruthless. If you did you guys see that video of the umpire just stopping the game because parents suck? That should happen more. Um, I think that should happen a lot more. Umpires don't deserve that, and they wonder why there's a shortage of those bad boys. Also, I don't know about another place, but in Tuscaloosa to ref or ump a little league game, it's like $80. For me to be harassed for $80, well, I am a server right now, so I guess it's not that different. Whatever. We'll get there. We'll weigh up the options, right? I'm trying to think of any other big matches. What are some stuff that I'm missing, y'all? San Antonio went out there, did the dang thing. That's not really a shocking result. I know there's a lot of people for Miami who are getting really freaked out right now. I think that Miami has a great team, but for some reason it's just not all coming together. I don't know why. I couldn't tell you why. It's really frustrating to watch, though. I don't know. In Tuscaloosa, we did already talk about Phoenix, Andy, but I want to recover that just for a second. I think that Phoenix goes down, right? And I put a comment out there on the USL show Twitter account, and it's basically like, who could have seen this coming? And a lot of people were like, well, if you've ever watched Phoenix this year, you could have known that this was coming. But if you've also been watching Tampa Bay this year, that was a shocking result. Tampa Bay is not a bad team by any stretch. They're not as good as we thought they were going to be. But even with 2 own goals, let's take those away, right? I don't know if coming into this year, coming into this match, that somebody would have said, someone who was not a Tampa Bay supporter would have said, hey, Tampa Bay is going to be coming out here with a 3-1 result, a 3-1 win, right? I think that was a shocker for a lot of people, and I am shocked. I can't wait to hear the other guys. I don't know. I just think it's a really, really shocking result, and a lot of Phoenix fans were just obviously angry. I'm really disappointed. I did like that the players and the coaches came out and said, "Hey, that was crap." That was just good ownership. We've seen a lot of teams have crap results, and their players and their coaches stay silent, hoping it blows over. But I think coming out and saying we will be better, we will be better, we will be better, that gives you a little bit more good grace with fans. It also has a double-edged sword of, if it doesn't get better, they're going to just go extra in on you. But yeah, I do think the call for heads is a little bit strange as well. Miami got shut down, yeah. But why can't San Antonio beat Phoenix? I think it's as simple as it's just one of those matches that players get up for. And I know Tampa Bay has history with Phoenix at this point, but it's more of a rivalry of the fans than the players, at least from what I've seen. Meanwhile, Phoenix and San Antonio, I mean, how many times have you guys played in the last 2 years because of COVID stuff, right? I mean, it has to be well in the double digits at this point versus one battle between the two. whenever you have matches like that where you've really butted heads like crazy, you're going to have more of those rivalry matches. And I think that's why Phoenix gets up for that one a little bit more. Why San Antonio can't close the door and just put them away, I don't know. I think it has to do more with Phoenix and San Antonio, though. That's just my opinion. All right. Any other last topics to talk about? A ton of fun USL W League stuff coming up. This Saturday, I am going down to Clinton, Mississippi to film the opening match for Mississippi Brilla or Bria. I don't know if it's Bria because I know it's the Spanish to shine or whatever, but it's also Mississippi, so it very well could be Brilla. You know what I'm saying? I think it's Bria. I think it's the proper pronunciation. Anyway, we're going down there to film I'm going down there to film their opening match against Little Rock Rangers. So the first ever USL League 2 away days is coming out. I'm trying to think. I think that's about it. For our stuff, I think Kit season gets back on track this week. They took a little week off, no big deal. So everybody, go send some love to John. USL Tactics dude just graduated college along with his twin brother. That's crazy. So everybody go show him some love. Yeah, I think that's about it, everybody. Thank y'all all so much for watching and following along. I had a blast. Great to see everybody in the chat again. See you guys tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time? Standard Time. Daylight Time. Pacific Time. Forget about it. Anyway, thank you guys so much, and let's listen to Alan's beautiful voice.
Thank you for watching another episode of the USL Show. This and every episode is brought to you by the Beautiful Game Network. Find podcasts and other written work at bgn.fm. Once again, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you guys again next week.